I have self-doubt. I have insecurity. I have fear of failure. I have nights when I show up in the arena and I'm like, my back hurts, my feet hurts, my knees hurt. I don't have it. I just want to go home. We all have self-doubt. You don't deny it. You face it, but you never capitulate to it. You embrace it. Some words from Kobe Bryant, a huge loss to our country and to their community, that's for sure, with all he had done for that area and for the girls and the basketball and um, huge loss. Fran Cassady with Cassady Online LLC. And today I'd like to talk about um, a gold investment. I've been with Carrot Bars now for several months and um, saving in gold. I think it's very much apropos for the Gen Xers and for the boomers like myself. Um, the reason being is because of um, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you've got something left in the bank, so to speak. And so a savings or an investment, probably a better word is savings because you are not really investing in Carrot Bars, small units of gold. You are actually saving, you're trading fiat currency for small units of gold. So I think it's important. I think it's a good way for um, everyone to invest, particularly for Gen Xers and for the baby boomers. So with that, I'm going to take you through um, a small presentation on gold and then finish up with a little bit more on Carrot Bars and the MLM piece of it. So with that, let's get right into it. Let's rehash some of the benefits. They're important, very, very important as you plan for the future or if you're thinking about which way to go for your retirement. And other financial factors. Number one is hedge against inflation. When inflation rises, the value of currency goes down. Over the long term, almost all major currencies have depreciated in value relative to gold. People tend to hold money in the form of gold in times when inflation remains high, especially when it is in high double digits, which we haven't seen for a while here in the U.S. Over a longer period in the economy, gold becomes a hedge against inflation. Does fear of gold influence the price of gold? It certainly does, as people will flock to gold during tough economic times. Keep in mind, however, that the basic laws of supply and demand dictate the price of gold. So it's like any other commodity. The more people who buy gold, the higher the price will rise. Number two, it's a tangible asset. Gold is one of the few assets that is tangible, and it creates a perception of safety. Purchasing gold is much easier compared to purchasing other tangible assets, such as real estate. And we probably all know that as we all have bought a home, and you know what you have to go through now to purchase a home or sell a home. Because of this feature, while assets stored digitally are prone to hacking and other misuse, gold is generally free from those kind of concerns. Number three, for portfolio diversification, I think it's critical. And there's obvious different ways of buying into gold, but that is a critical point, especially for the Gen Xers and for the boomers that I'll talk about briefly later in the presentation. But still, as a rule, gold shows no statistically significant correlation with mainstream asset classes. So it's basically independent. When other asset classes are affected, gold is unaffected. Some suggest that there is evidence that when equities are under stress, when shares are falling rapidly in value, an inverse correlation can develop between gold and equities. Gold protects one's portfolio from volatility because the factors, both at the macroeconomic and microeconomic fronts, that affect the returns of both asset classes do not significantly influence the price of gold. And that's pretty much what we had covered in the preceding paragraph. Said from a little different perspective, for a given level of returns from a portfolio, the risk of volatility can be reduced. Number four, it provides liquidity. Investment in gold can be liquidated much faster than other physical assets like real estate. Real estate, probably an extreme case because, as I said earlier, you know what selling a home is like. Unlike many other assets, there is no lock-in period in gold investments except for sovereign gold bonds. Yeah, there are bonds, gold bonds. The redemption amount in case of physical gold will, however, depend on the purity of gold, denomination, and other factors, including the market price. I think we're all fairly aware of those factors influencing the quality of the gold and how fast you can make it liquid. Okay, number five. Oh, let me finish up here. In the case of paper gold, and that would be ETFs, the market price on the redemption date determines the redemption amount. Yeah, and that's like a contract. That's like investing in other um, ETFs. So that would be determined by those factors written into the ETF. Number five, geopolitical factors. Gold usually does well during geopolitical turmoil and the current crisis over Korea. And there, I think we all know what's going on in Korea. But basically, um, this chief analyst said that gold prices have been trading 1300 to 1360 for 2018, despite the political turmoil. For 19, the price is up. Now that would be 1300 to 1360 would be a ounce of gold, 1 ounce of gold, and that I believe is up in 2019 significantly. Um, anyway, let's continue on. Three basic ways exist to invest in gold: buying the metal itself, buying gold funds, or buying gold options. And investing in gold bullion for individual takes the form of bullion bars or coins. Mutual funds and exchange traded funds, ETFs, that invest in bullion and gold stocks offer a more liquid and low cost way to invest. Although if you're investing that way, keep in mind that you are paying an investment counselor, a financial advisor to make that work. I would say that most investors depend on professionals um, within the financial markets to invest. And that, of course, costs significant um, percentages of the investment amount. Um, and more sophisticated traders invest in gold future contracts, and that does imply a more sophisticated trader. Um, but investing in gold as an asset class has traditionally been for the wealthy. Now, okay, I'm going to get to my Karatbars company. A progressive company called Karatbars have brought the ability to invest, or as Karatbars affiliates, we like to say save in small units of gold. So instead of spending $1,500 or whatever the current market price is for an ounce of gold, you are buying it in terms of a gram of gold. And that, of course, that varies back and forth. I think it is in the vicinity of $60 a gram right now. But it goes daily, it goes up and down, so whatever I tell you is going to be off. But the average unit is 1 gram. That's for Karatbars now. But you can save as many grams as you wish. Karatbars is not only an investment company, it's also a MLM, so affiliate marketers can come on board, buy a small package, or come in free and promote Karatbars. Like an MLM, you earn by bringing in other affiliates. It's exactly like other MLMs. There are 9 ways to earn as an affiliate. But as an investment or simply a way to save, carrot bars is not only an option, but for boomers and Gen Xers, it is a significant way to save or invest, however you want to look at it. And I bring in the boomers and Gen Xers for obvious reasons. Um, Obviously, we're not going to have the amount of time to pursue a career or build a business in carrot bars. Um, Although many Gen Xers and carrot bars and boomers in carrot bars are doing just that, so it's feasible. However, um, it is also a significant way to invest, to save in small units of gold. So with that presentation, that will wind it up for today. I appreciate you listening. Fran Cassady with Cassady Online LLC. Have a great day.